What is happening, Vape fam? This is Joe of All Vapes coming at you with creamy, cloudy goodness all the way around. And I'm talking about CreamEClouds. Now, this review is well overdue. I've been sick down and out for about 2 straight weeks, man. And if you're a vape reviewer, that sets you back about 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Take my word for it. It's absolute hell. But to compensate, I'm posting at least a review a day just for you guys, so I can keep it cloudy amongst America and you know, the vape community can stay happy. But I digress. Mob E-Liquids is the big boys behind CreamEClouds. CreamEClouds, okay. And 3 bottles, 3 flavors, 2 different PG to VG ratios. Amazing stuff, first of all, I just want to say. The opportunity to vape on so many different amazing flavor profiles and so many amazing brands out in the community right now. It's a wonderful, wonderful privilege because you definitely get to discern the difference between true to flavor profiles. I mean, really different layers, different ways of steeping, if they steep, you know, just the different extracts and whatnot, passions and stories behind the different companies and the manufacturers. It's been a really awesome ride getting to know a lot of what goes into a good e-juice. And Alex and Brandi Mazzola have come up with another amazing line out of their 5 lines that they have, along with Mob E-Liquid. And it really, really is good, solid, straight up stuff. And CreamEClouds could not describe it any better. So we're going to start with the first flavor here is Monkey Cream, and the quick little descriptive on that: an incredible fusion of delicious ripe bananas mixed with 7 different layers of cream. And let me tell you, tasting this stuff doesn't even describe what goes into the description. I mean, it doesn't do it justice at all. The second one is Razzie Lemonade. This flavor is a dripper's dream, as stated, a super refreshing lemonade that is perfectly blended with ripe raspberries. Unbelievable. And get this, guys, it is a 90-10 ratio. Absolute dripper's dream. This stuff is so thick and intense. The flavor profile is like nothing you guys have ever tasted. I'm going to get into that, but give me just a second. I'll get to the third one. Straw Coconut Milkshake. This one might have been called Joe of All Vapes' favorite of all time. I mean, this stuff is absolutely outrageous. A delicious, rich, creamy strawberry milkshake topped with whipped cream, then generously sprinkled with coconut flakes. Description gets a little bit more into detail as far as kind of the fluff is concerned, but the nitty-gritty is absolutely amazing and nothing less. So we're gonna start this right. We're gonna start from the first one, and that is the Monkey Cream. And this one is the 80-20 blend. Absolute perfect ratio right about there. Now, when it gets into the high VGs, that's when you've got to wonder, are people using quality ingredients to make sure that the flavor profile stays true? Because PG is a better flavor carrier. But like I said, it really does rely on the actual manufacturer of the e-juice to make sure that quality ingredients are going into the product to make sure that it really comes out with something special. And this stuff was amazing. First of all, you gotta love the labels. I mean, that is bling city right there, right? Because it's what I do, and Brandi definitely knows that. 80-20 on the side, so it's going to tell you what the ratio is. Now, the Monkey Cream for me, layers upon layers of amazing cream with ripe, fresh bananas. And I mean, it's really hard to get more in-depth than that. They say 7 layers of cream, and believe it or not, my palate is pretty darn discerning. There is multiple layers of cream on this. Thicknesses from a custard to just light, airy whipped cream. And, you know, banana to me has kind of almost a creamy consistency in itself. It's very light, it's very mellow. So already when you're throwing it onto something as intense as kind of a deep, rich cream, the sweetness of everything just complements so freaking amazingly, it's not even funny. It's just, the flavor is ridiculous. In the cloud production, typically for me, even when I'm sub-ohming something, if it's a high VG, it's going to come out so viscous that the heat of it, of the vapor itself, is really going to complement the flavor, in my opinion. I hate a cold vape, and I'm pretty sure that most people hate a cold vape too. So typically, the heavier the VG, the warmer the vape is going to be. And of course, a lot of it depends on the overall, you know, voltage and wattage output of the device that you're using. But it's an absolute true profile amazing flavor. It is a really, really good taste to it. You know, Alex Mazzola, as per usual, is a master mixologist when it comes to just coming up with a bright idea, finding the best ingredients, and really blending everything to a T to make sure that the flavor description comes very true to profile. This is nothing less than every other creation that I've tasted out of their manufacturing facility, if you will. So very top notch on the monkey cream. Really, really liked that one. I think you guys are going to love it. Now, the Razzie Lemonade. This one was undescribable, but I'm going to describe it as it is. Pretty amazing. Typically, we're familiar with, obviously, your pink lemonade, your regular lemonade, and your strawberry lemonade, but there is raspberry lemonade out on the market. This stuff is absolutely out of sight. So tart and so refreshing. It is like freshly squeezed lemonade with fresh raspberry in there. It's just an even mixed blend, just enough sweetness to make sure that the tartness does not totally get destroyed in the in the mixology of it. It doesn't burn out your taste buds either, as tart as it is. The raspberries still come through individually from the lemon flavor, but that tartness, that lemonade flavor is so present and so solid, but the raspberries get influenced with that tartness, so it tastes like a tart raspberry. You know, if raspberries came out tart tasting instead of sweet, I would say it's, you know, just like a raspberry aid. Is so true to profile. I was definitely impressed on this one. Light and airy. The one thing I will say, and this is from my personal experience, I would suggest you guys definitely drip this one, because if you're going to sub-ohm it, it's pretty, I don't want to say strong, but it's intense. Let's put it that way. Dripping is definitely the best advice for this one, especially with it being a 90-10 ratio on this bad boy. You're going to create dense, warm, thick, massive clouds out of this bad boy. Dripping is really all you're ever going to really want to do with this one, and it's going to intensify the flavor as it is. Most of the flavors from the Mob e-liquid lines have tasted the best to me when I drip them. They taste great sub-ohmed as well, but I will say, obviously, with a VG ratio this high, dripping is pretty much the way you're going to want to go on this one. So great, great flavor, very intense, pretty true to profile, and a really good blend of everything going on in there to come out with a great final product. Now, last but not least, the straw coconut milkshake. Out of sight, unbelievable, out of this world. Unbelievable flavor. So the subtleties of the blends of the three flavors on this one. You've got your cream, you've got your coconut, and you've got your strawberry. And each one of these come through in a different level of intensity. The first thing that I tasted with this one was the strawberry. The second flavor was the cream. The third flavor was the coconut. Now, being a coconut fanatic that I am, I probably would have liked something just a little bit heavier on the coconut flavor, but it was really still there. It was refreshing enough just to be, you know, kind of a sprinkle. And like the description says, it's sprinkled with coconut flakes. So it basically, right there, it's telling you that it's not going to be an intense coconut flavor, but it's going to be there to give it just kind of an exotic tropical flavor without being too overbearing on your taste buds. So on the inhale, you're getting the strawberry, you're getting a little bit of that coconut. On the exhale, you're getting the cream with a little bit more coconut. Everything is definitely there. It's a really solid blend. And the one thing that I've come to know about all of the Mazzola's creations is that these guys don't really slapdash their liquids. When they come up with a flavor profile, everything is intentional. And with a mixology this deliberate, you know, just the different intensities of those three flavors, some of you might not be able to kind of have that discerning palate enough to be able to taste, you know, the subtleties in amounts and increases in flavor and whatnot, and the intensities and so forth. But I definitely picked it up. So I know that that wasn't a mistake. I know they purposely did it that way. It came out really, really quality. And it's difficult to do it that way too, because if you were just basically to mix a proprietary blend of all three flavors, it would be a little bit more difficult when you're vaping on it to be able to pick up everything all at once. Typically, even a good dessert, an actual good dessert, does not have an overbearing amount of just one flavor. even banana split. You know, I mean, the bananas are probably going to be a secondary flavor on top of all the cream and you know, the drizzle of the chocolate and butterscotch and all that other stuff. Same principle they're coming out with here. It's a dessert vape. It's meant to be a dessert vape, and it's meant to have different layers of complementing flavors that you can pick up for the discerning palate. You really get the cream kind of on just on the overall coating of your tongue. The strawberry and the coconut, a little bit more on the back and the sides of the tongue. It really, really is a very deep, rich flavor. And being an 80-20, once again, a dripper's dream. I did sub-ohm it. I didn't give the dripping a chance on the straw nut milkshake, and that's just because that's the way I tried it. You know, I like to kind of switch it up just a little bit, just to get different experiences on different things. You know, believe it or not, it does make a little bit of a difference. So let's wrap this up. First of all, pros and cons. Pros: absolutely love the bottles, love the labels. I love the viscosity of these things, 90-10 and 80-20. Like it says, a dripper's dream, and it really is a dripper's dream. We're talking about a Max VG line here. So if you dig Max VG, you're really going to like this one. And even with a Max VG, the flavor quality really shines through. So obviously they got quality flavor extracts, but the mixology of all of these, the different layers and different flavors, and just the effort put into this, it really shines through with everything else, you know, like I said, that the Mazzolas make. You know, they come out with a profile, you know, every single time they're going to come out with a quality product, and you're really, really going to like it. I loved all of these. I have zero cons on these things. You know, with the high VGs, it's a little bit less convenient with a sub-ohm, but hey, you can sub-ohm this stuff. Like I said, I tried it differently, except for that last one. Mostly with the drippers and sub-ohms. I only tanked the straw nut milkshake, but the flavor came through very precise, very solid, and you know, I got nothing bad to say about this company. But here's what I want you guys to do. Go on to CreamEClouds.com, and that's CreamEClouds.com, and check these guys out. I mean, check out all that they have. Reasonable prices. You can get a nick level at pretty much whatever floats your boat, and definitely go onto Instagram at CreamEClouds. And check out all the awesome pictures that they have. A lot of descriptive pictures that get more into just wetting your whistle with just different desserts and everything like that, that just, you know, goes along with the flavor profiles of these. It's really, really cool. These guys that make this stuff are really down to earth, folks. Brandi Mazzola is one of my favorite people in the vaping community. She's got a great personality, and she's always gone above and beyond to take care of yours truly. So I want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Once again, Mazzolas, you guys are great folks. Thank you for supporting Joe of All Vapes. Thank you for your patience and sticking it through. I know all of you guys are going to love this line. If you try it, definitely give me some feedback. And if you like this review, please stay tuned, because I have much, much more. Spread the word here at Joe of All Vapes on YouTube. Check out my Instagram page, Joe of All Vapes _2. I've got a great giveaway going on right now, and another giveaway going on every month till kingdom come. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys, and I want to give back to the community, and that's why I do what I do. I love these reviews. Your feedback and your support is why I continue to thrive. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of thrive, make sure you sign those petitions. Keep the advocacy alive for what we do, because it's all going to go away, folks, if we don't stand as a community. And the vape community is one of the most loving, supportive communities I've ever been happy to say that I am a part of. So definitely get together with your friends, vape up a storm, love yourselves, love each other, and above all, keep it cloudy.